Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Nikki here, and today I want to show you my setup for my Hobonichi weeks for 2022. Unlike most people, I am still using my 2021 weeks because I love that fresh new planner feel on the 1st of January. And even though I was tempted to start now, like a lot of other people, I went, no, I know you'll be really sorry if you do it. So this guy is still in action until we hit the 1st of January. So this year, I am starting the year in my beautiful new leather cover that I got from Harmony Bee. It just so happens she lives around the corner from me, and she even hand delivered it when I purchased it. Not that I realized that at the time, but it's stunning, and I have done a walkthrough of this a couple of videos ago. I simply have a rose gold N on a charm. I can't even remember where I've got that from. I have had it for ages. So here we go. Let's have a look. What have we got inside? Now, some simple deco in my pockets. Look at all these gorgeous pockets. I've got some flowers in it. It's a little die cut of flowers to remind me to nurture myself, because if you don't nurture flowers and yourself, you can't bloom. I have some very cute coffee sticky notes because I love coffee. I have this little wooden plan clip. The reason why I've popped this in the pocket is sometimes I use scrapbooking paper or magazine cutouts in my layouts, and I then, add some stickers to it. So sometimes I like to sort of be able to clip the papers and stickers together gently for a spread in the near future. I have a world map die cut in here, just to remind me that, yes, I want to get overseas again. Just not quite game to attempt that at the moment. I have a little urgent magnetic clip here. This came in a multi-pack that I got from Target here in Australia. What I use this for, I start work really early in the morning, so anything else involving my life, I do when I get home. So what I do with this urgent one, I just clip it to the top of whichever week there's something urgent that needs doing. And then as soon as I grab my planner, I know straight away I've got something that I must do. I usually do it when I have to pay bills and things that, that you're just not allowed to forget. So I find that very handy. And I have a cute die cut here. Coffee keeps me busy until it's acceptable to drink wine. I don't drink a lot of wine, but I do enjoy the odd glass, so I pop that there. Then in my large pocket at the back here, I have some cute sticky notes. I picked these up from AliExpress, and they're like little paint chips. I just love the colors in those. And then I cut down a large A4 page protector thing. It's a heavy duty one. I just cut it down, and I've got all my little dots and mini stickers in here, just so that I've always got those handy for when I want to add things into my planner. And that pocket just fits in there perfectly if she puts it in straight. There we go. Then this little notebook, it's just a blank notebook. It came with my Harmony Bee divider, and I just had this gorgeous picture cut out from a magazine. I've just wrapped it around the cover, just keeping things very simple. But sometimes it's just handy to scribble notes or things down, so I thought I will keep that in here. And then of course here is my Hobonichi weeks, which fits perfectly into this flap at the back, and of course I can use my cover on cover. I wouldn't have bought this unless I could have, because I don't like not having this cover on my planner. And so I checked the measurements very carefully before I purchased it, and it fits perfectly. And of course, the reason why I always have a cover on cover is because I seasonally, sometimes monthly, change out the image in my cover. When it's holiday time, I use holiday scrapbooking paper. Sometimes I do things even a little bit more elaborately, you know, maybe depending on the season. So I really don't care what colour my Hobonichi Weeks is, but I did happen to buy the blue one this year. Funny thing is, I got this as an order. Someone else placed an order and I added mine to it. And this was not the colour that I thought I had asked for. In my head, I had bought the mint coloured one. And when I got this, I got a bit of a shock. And then I realised, no, this is the one I asked for. And I'm really glad I did, because the mint has this weird, I don't know what the cover's actually made of. It might be neoprene or something, but it doesn't lie flat. This one does a beautiful job. But as I said, I really don't care what colour it is or what patterns on it, because I always make my own. And starting the new year with a beautiful picture of the ocean. I always take holidays starting at Christmas time for 2 weeks. I will be up the beach with my family, so why would I not have a fabulous picture? This is actually from a magazine that is printed up where my parents live, so it is just the perfect example of what I want to see in January. So let's have a look what I've done inside. In this pocket here, I have a pack of Stash World clear sticky notes. I find them really handy for adding things in after I've already created a spread. Or, you know, sometimes I do spreads, I photograph them, and then if I have something I don't want people to see, you know, on Instagram, I won't write it on my actual planner page. I'll pop it on one of these sticky notes. Works like a charm. I have just put this one single giant sticker. This is from Honeybee Shop. I bought a lot of one of their months was a craft collection, and I couldn't resist this. It was in the sticker book, and I had already decided when I got the sticker book, I was popping it on my front page, because it just epitomizes everything that I love and that I do. So that's what I've popped on my cover. Okay, next page. I don't care for that little intro page. It doesn't, no benefit to me. So I always cover that up, and I put my word of the year on it. This word of the year came to me in like 2 seconds flat. I am exhausted at every single level. These last 2 years, I think in particular, have just been so tough, and I know I have not been looking after myself on all levels, because sometimes I'm just literally in survival mode trying to get from one day to the next. So my word for the year is nourish, and it goes at every level. I need to eat better. I need to do more things to calm my mind and to help me focus on the good things and where I want to go. And I need to do some soul work. So we need some nourishment. And I had this is just simply cut out of a magazine. The beach is my happy place. It is where I recharge. I need to go there more often next year. And I need to, on every level, nourish me so that I can be the best that I can be. So that is my word of the year. Then in here, again, I'm not interested in the 22, 21, 23 calendars. I never ever use them. So I've created, this is sort of more of a reminder mood board, because I have this lovely sticker. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's gold foil, but it can be a bit hard to read. But it does say, do what you love and a lot of it. So I just grabbed some images of things that I love doing, that bring me joy, and I need to make sure I plan into my days lots of these sort of things in 2022. Then again, this page is one, I started doing this last year. I couldn't think of anything else I wanted to put in here. So what I've done, I went through the website World Days, and I have just listed the things that interest me. And I find this quite handy for social media posts or for journaling prompts. Like, you know, there's Champagne Day, Cappuccino Day, Shark Day, all sorts of things that I love and appeal to me. So I have recreated that again this year. Definitely something I actually find handy, because I can have a quick glance what's coming up in a particular week. And if any of them interest me, well, then I can use them as a prompt for something. So just something practical I have found that I can use these pages for. Now, I have not bothered with fancy fandangle a zillion tabs. I have trouble with tabs in these planner, especially because I think the paper is so thin. For example, if you have a look here, I made 3 large tabs last year, and in fairness, it's probably the fact that these were so thick. But I found they would get caught, and then the paper would bend. And I went, okay, there is no way we're having that happen ever again. So we're not having giant large tabs. I know the months are at the front. I know the weeks follow, and I know the note section's at the back. I've put that here so that I can quickly flip to the note section, but I really don't need to have it staring at me. This is my 3rd or 4th year in a Hobonichi weeks. It will do the job just fine. Gorgeous little hollow bows, that will do me. Next. Okay, so I am not using my December calendar, and I'll be honest, if you have a look at this, this is this year's. I started off really well, and I made it to the 10th of January, and guess what? Did not use another one of them. I didn't decorate them, and I didn't use them. It was supposed to be a one thing a day or important things, whatever. But because in January I also started my new memory keeping thing, I sort of put everything in that. So these just went by the wayside. So we've had a change of plans for this year. For next year, I should say. Very simple. There will not be a ton of decoration. It is summer. That means beach time for me. I've just popped some stickers that I have had forever from the Planner Society down there just for fun. I have intentionally kept this part blank because I'm going to use these for social media planning and recording. So I've simply written up here my stats, so I will jot them down at the beginning of each month. And then I have a couple of things I'm planning to do a little bit differently in the new year. So this will help me track how it's going, and just at a glance, I'll know whether I've done an A1 or a B1. All will be revealed in the new year. So I've decided I actually need to make use of these, and I have more than enough space in those boxes to do the things I need to do. So that is how I'm going to tackle the months. I have not decorated any of the others yet. When the time comes, I will just pop down a little bit of deco that sort of at a glance represents what that month's all about, and that's it. And of course, I have not decorated anything yet because I refuse to. I do my planning the week before it's due. So I won't be touching that for a little while. So that's all very basic and simple and straightforward and clean and fresh and lovely. Oh, it's so nice. I do love a new planner. And then we get to the note section. I did this last year and I have redone it and of course made some appropriate changes. 22 things for night 2022. Came up with this idea simply because I wanted to cover that info that's all in Japanese on the back page, on the page printed there, and I don't like the look of that. So I've done that. Then I just, again, this is just a cutout from a magazine, pretty picture just to make it look nice. And I have copied over a lot of the things that I used this year because they've worked so well. So I have my hashtag lists, because every now and then I like to throw in a different hashtag or two. So I just copied all of those over, and I honestly did refer to these often. Just because sometimes I have a mental blank and I can't even think of an appropriate hashtag for an image. So I really did refer to these. So they're in there again. Again, then I just popped in a little bit of inspiration. Again, just a cutout from a magazine. Honestly, Breathe magazine is the most beautiful magazine. I love the articles, and honestly, just about every image that I use, they always come out of Breathe magazines. One of the best investments you can make if you want to use magazines for journaling or whatever. That's just another one from there. And here goes some of my lists that I will be using. I don't bother with my weight. I do a lot of exercise. I average 25,000 steps a day. I'm quite muscly in some ways, so I don't stress about my actual weight. What I do use, especially as I'm getting older, my waist measurement, because that's one of the hardest things to shift when you're older is, you know, fat around your middle. So I just track my waist measurements. Don't stress about the weight part. As long as this stat doesn't keep going up, I'm okay. Then, of course, books to read. I often see suggestions on Facebook or something like that. So I love having a list of books that I can read. This was meant to be shows to watch, but somehow we just didn't bother to put the S in there. But it's the same thing. Someone says, oh, you must watch this. I almost filled a page this year. And when I think, oh, time to chill, what am I going to watch? I can grab that page. Then I have a very basic packing list. Now, yes, usually when you go away, you take underwear and things like that, right? Well, I did go away for a weekend once. I packed bras, but no knickers. I went away again, another weekend, and I actually forgot to pack my hairbrush. So, yes, silly me. I now have this very basic list. Obviously, it always depends on the season and where I'm going, but this is the absolute must-haves. And so now I literally glance over this quickly every time I'm going up to mum and dad's or going away somewhere, because honestly, I never, ever want to be somewhere where I don't have spare undies. That is just not happening. So that's why I have my basic packing list. Free image sites. Sometimes I want little images for certain things, so I've got a list, found all these suggestions on Facebook over the years, so I like to keep that list handy. Who doesn't need a wish list? There's always things that I would love to buy, so I always have a wish list every year and obviously do my best to tick them all off. A very simple and basic deep cleaning list. These are just jobs that obviously I do not do every week. I don't have time to do all that, but I like to do them every now and then. So it's just a simple January through to December. And when I actually do these things, I'm just going to put a little cross or a dot. I used crosses this year, but I've got some of those dot markers. I might just put pretty coloured dots down. I don't know yet, but it's just handy because like every now and then I think, now I know I did the pantry, but how long ago was it? Is it due again now, or can I leave that for a little while? Things like that. Cleaning out the fridge, well, that I sort of just do on site, but you know, ovens, range hoods, all those sort of things, you don't have to do them every week, but I like to know when I did them last. I've popped in a page for craft challenges. I did participate in a few this year, and no doubt I will do next year. So what I do, I just put down some very brief details, the hashtag I have to use, just so I have a quick reference when I'm posting on social media or something like that. I know which challenge it's for and what hashtags I'm supposed to use. Again, found that a very handy page. I did this for the first time this year, and I found it very handy. And then lucky last, I have some junk journaling swap partners. I have their names and addresses there. That's why I've got the sticky note there, because to keep their addresses private. And that's it. I haven't even bothered with doing a pen swatch page or anything like that. I have done them in the past. I will do one if I get a new pen, or 10 or 20. That's very possible. Then I will do a pen test page. But right at the minute, I know which pens are my favourites, so haven't bothered to create one of those. And that's that. And then, of course, in the back here, I've just left this blank. I really don't think we need anything there. And when I placed my order, they had a deal where you got your planner, the cover on cover, and the, what's these things called? Pen board. I I think that's what they call them, in a package for a set price. So I now have the Hobonichi pen board, and I thought I'll just safely keep that tucked away at the back. And that's it, guys. I am ready to rock and roll on the 1st of January. I am very excited to be starting a new planner. Honestly, it's just one of my favorite things to do, and I will kiss this girl goodbye. I'm surprised, considering I have decorated every single week, it hasn't got as outrageously fat as I thought it would. But honestly, I do love these planners. I managed to fit everything I need in it, and it just keeps everything in a nice, neat place, and I can fit it in my handbag with ease. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are not a subscriber to WW Designs Studio, I would love it if you did. I do paper planning and paper crafting videos. And if you did enjoy this, please hit the like button. It helps other people find my channel, and I really do appreciate that. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye for now.